Hello and a warm welcome to everyone joining us today. I'm your host Dalvinder Kaur from lovely Professional University. So let's dive into today's topic, launching your DevOps career, skills, strategies and market opportunities. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Ms. Shabir Alhan, Assistant Professor, School of Computer Science and Engineering, Lovely Professional University. With over 16 years of rich teaching experience, she has mentored more than 10,000 plus graduates and postgraduate engineering students and guided over 200 engineering projects and more. So now I would like to introduce Mr. Ravikant Tyagi. Welcome, Mr. Ravikant. He is a Microsoft Azure AI engineer associate, is a result driven lead trainer with 9 plus years of experience in IT, specializing in artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and full stack development. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. Now I'm going to hand over this session to our experts, Ms. Chavi Ralan and Dr. Ravikant Tyagi, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from them. Over to you both. Yes, please continue. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Alvinder. Um, we have some insights which Ravi will be sharing with us regarding the upcoming development in DevOps, regarding DevOps security, DevSecOps, which we call as, and definitely we are going to mark something regarding AI development in DevOps too. So over to you, Ravi. Let's see how AI and DevSecOps are going to impact our society this time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for welcoming. Yeah, all right. Very good afternoon to all of you. And I'll be talking about DevOps, DevSecOps, and why we need it, how it is going in the market right now, and what will be the requirement after 4 years, because this is the objective that down the line after 4 years, is there any market for DevOps and all? So all these things needs to be answered today, and I'm expecting that if you have any question query in between, you can just put up and directly ask it to me if it is related to just technical, non-technical. I'm not saying that you are already familiar with the DevOps and all. Okay, so first of all, I'll talk about what exactly the DevOps is. So it's actually combination of two terms. You already looking at, there are two terminologies, one is a dev and one is a ops. So simply what happens, there is a developer in company who is already developing some sort of a code. There is a team of developers. So first of all, I'll take some example. If there is a particular IT company and it is having 100 employees there, in that particular IT company, if there are 100 employees, how company is going to divide, like how many employees will be their developers, how many of them will be AI engineers, how many of them will be testing team. So in a particular company, they generally divide the based on project. For example, if my project requires a lot of developers, a lot of AI engineers, see, it depends for what particular requirement is. But at the end, there will be a particular set of engineers who actually focus on the DevOps part. Who are they? They are the guys who actually handle the load of the application. I'm going to take one example. We might watch cricket. Okay, so recently we were watching IPL or any other leagues. Generally, what happens whenever we watch these kind of things? So suddenly, what happens? We see there is a spike, and that particular spike, whenever we look at it, happens suddenly. So, are they the servers of what they are using at the back? Is it good enough to handle that particular type of a load? This is one question I have. So whenever we are watching something which is having a spike, immediate spike is there. For example, Virat Kohli comes into the bat, and we can see there is immediately a spike. Customers are engaging. How exactly companies are handling this particular type of a load? Another good example is there whenever companies do sales like big billion day sales. For example, Flipkart, Amazon is there. We do a lot of online shopping. So for example, Flipkart in 2014 or 15, I remember they launched their first ever big billion day sale. And the moment they launched the sale, they said that timing will be 2 p.m. 2 p.m. They are going to introduce the sale. And at 2 the website got crashed. Why the website got crashed? Because they were not expecting this number of people will be joining and this number of people will be doing the shopping and all. So they were not ready to get to cater that particular type of load with their applications. You generally visit banks, and for example in government banks we generally hear one term, server is down. Every time what they are saying, server is down. But you haven't heard of Facebook server is down, Google server is down. I don't remember any incident when we hear about this thing that Facebook server is down, or any particular great technology company is there and they are saying that their server is down. Why our banking servers are down? So why? This is the question here. And the answer is simple. They are not using DevOps properly. And this is the need of the hour, that if you actually want the companies to switch to their cloud, their particular server to the cloud, so that they can easily scale up and down based on the requirement, that's where DevOps comes into the picture. DevOps is actually a combination of multiple technologies. It is not just one simple tool you are learning. There are hundreds of tools available in DevOps. So we just focus on few most popular one and must have tools that are required in the IT industry right now. So I'll guide you through the roadmap. So first I told you about the use case, that this is why you need DevOps, because companies require these type of developers who can easily scale up and down their servers when there is a need. Okay, I don't have to purchase every time. I don't need to purchase the servers because it's too costly. So that's why companies like AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, they provide these kind of services to the developers, to the companies, that please use our servers, they are on cloud. You don't ever have to go to some shop and increase your RAM and do these kind of stuff, and like buy the servers from Dell and HP companies. So this is the simple need of the DevOps, that company need these type of developers. Now as I was saying, you can see there is a symbol of infinite, because what they expect is there is an infinite continuous integration and deployment going on in the companies. Like developer is developing the code and operation team is just continuously deploying it to the cloud so user can easily access it, and there is zero downtime. This is what they expect, the downtime should be zero. Okay, and so this is the need of DevOps, and there is no replacement as of now for the DevOps. Even in AI, we talk about like AI might replace the jobs and all, but when I talk about DevOps, you can integrate little bit of AI with your tools, but there is no replacement of DevOps in terms of AI and all. So I hope it makes you clear that what exactly, in simple term, what exactly the DevOps is, that you build the code, you plan, you do these kind of thing in the development side, and when you release it, you deploy it for the operation and all, you monitor the code. So this is what simply DevOps mean. Okay, again, I'm just getting it a little bit of technical. It is combination of development and operation practices that simply aims to shorten the software development life cycle, that while delivering the features, the fix and update frequently in close alignment with the business objectives. So I will say that it's not just a set of tool or a job title, it's a culture. Okay, in companies we generally say it's a culture and a set of practices that bring the software development and IT operation teams together for faster development, testing, deployment and monitoring. This is why we need DevOps. Now, before DevOps, developers and the operation teams, they worked in silos. So developers write code quickly and move on. Operation teams want a stable system and may delay the deployments. This was one problem. This leads to slow release cycles, manual error-prone deployments. Blame games are there generally. Deployment team will blame to the developer team that they have not provided this feature. That's why we are delayed. Developer team is just blaming to the operation team that we have delivered, they are not deploying. This particular blame game was there. DevOps simply solved this by encouraging the collaboration and the automation and shared responsibility among the developers and the operation teams. So now I'll just talk about quickly the how it works actually, what are the phases of it. See, in a particular as a BTech student or something, I have to think of that what are the thing I have to learn, what should be the roadmap. Okay, I have to think as a beginner. Okay, I'm not someone who is practicing DevOps regularly. Think of think someone like this. Okay, now in order to explain DevOps to anyone who is having, might be tech background or not, it depends. So we need to understand simple analogies to understand this. This is a complete roadmap that you can see, okay, these are some programming languages I need to learn, some operating system I have to learn, some networking and security, version control system, and all these tools. I'm telling you, if you search any job on naukri.com about the DevOps engineer, these are the terminologies you will find out they're asking for in your resume. In one fresher's resume, these technologies must be there. If they are not having these technology in their resume, so they might end up in not getting any particular resume selection. Their resumes is not even going to be selected. So this is why we have planned accordingly that this is what you need, and there is a particular set of tools that you need to learn when you talk about DevOps. So I hope first thing we understood what exactly the DevOps is, and then we have to understand the job market and all. And in order to make someone who is non-technical, how we can explain DevOps to someone who is completely not from a technical background. See, DevOps is like a well-organized kitchen in a restaurant. Okay, let's simply try to understand. Imagine just a restaurant is there. Developers are like the chef who prepare the food. Okay, by food I mean the software. So chef who is actually preparing the food, they are they use particular programmings. As I mentioned here, they use some sort of a programming here. Some operating system is there. Okay, then there is a operations like waiters and managers who actually deliver the food, manage the orders, and ensure the kitchen runs smoothly. Now when they both comes together, this is where they actually run the kitchen properly. So chef cooked meals without checking if the waiters could serve them fast. Now here's my question, this is the old way before DevOps. If I am talking about a kitchen example, just imagine that chef actually prepared some food, but they did not check if this was the thing that waiter has to serve. Just imagine the chaos it will happen. Waiters got overwhelmed with too many dishes at once. Food got cold, customer will definitely get angry here. And chef is blaming the waiter and waiter is blaming the chef. This is what will happen. But if I talk about the new way, chef and waiters now work together as one team. Everyone knows what the other side is doing. And automation is also there that helps, like food warmers that keep the dishes ready, or digital screens for tracking the orders. And here the food, the software is prepared and served faster, hot, and with fewer mistakes. This is what the analogy of a kitchen to make you understand the DevOps. Okay, and when I talk about these tools, these are some common tools that I have written here, and these are the most popular tools right now in the IT industry that every fresher should have in their resume. If your child is simply working in IT and say they are doing DevOps, what it means, what they are doing, they help building and run software smoothly and quickly. They make sure that updates and changes don't break the things, using automation to avoid things manually again and again. All right. And like DevOps is all about a teamwork, speed, and making sure everything in software works smoothly, like how a kitchen and staff must work together in a restaurant to serve delicious food without errors. This is the objective of DevOps. All right. I hope it makes sense now, and I'm not going into the detail of the tools, but if you ever want to search about the tools that I have written here, GitHub, uh, one of the most popular tool in IT industry. Every developer and every DevOps engineer, every AI/ML engineer, whatever you are learning in, if you are going in IT, you must be familiar with GitHub. That's it. Whether you are a developer or you are a tester, doesn't matter at all. Now, for DevOps engineer, you can search about this terminology known as Terraform, one of the most popular tool right now we are having to automate a lot of things. So when I talk about DevOps tool that you are learning down the line, this all particular set of tools will be you will be having in your resumes. So this is the whole idea about the DevOps. All right. Now, if I talk about the job market of DevOps, see on Naukri.com, on Indeed, LinkedIn, wherever you want to search, you will always get a good number of results. Because as I told you, this is one of the things where the specific programming is not required. You can stick to any one programming, whatever your choice, and you don't even have to go to the detailing of that programming. In simple terms, you understand, okay, this is a basic programming concept I know, so that I can deliver it, I can deploy it and all. And apart from that, and let me give you an example, all these companies like AWS and all, how they actually earn. If you simply understand one analysis, Amazon is earning through AWS more than from the online shopping. Amazon is having a lot of services. Amazon is having Amazon Prime, AWS as a cloud service. Amazon is having online shopping. It's having a lot of business. 35 to 40% business Amazon is having because of AWS. That is Amazon Web Services. That's a cloud platform they are having. So just imagine the market capture they are having right now. All right, so that's why when I talk about jobs, so definitely there are lots of job available for DevOps engineer. You need to gain a little bit experience in DevOps by doing some real time projects and all. And when I talk about real time project, what it means, like you need to have some sort of configurations in your laptop that you can deploy it, show it live to the customer, show it live to the interviewers, those who are taking your interviews. This is the end objective, that at the end of my BTech I should be having real projects, so that I can directly show those projects to the interviewer or the company who is going to hire me. This is the problem, that students generally deploy the projects to the cloud. They don't make the projects live and end up in just writing in in their resume that I know this technology, I know that technology, but when it comes to showcase, they lags a lot. Okay, because they have not deployed it anywhere. So how can, if I'm taking interview of someone and they are directly showing up their projects, live projects, okay sir, this is what I did in my BTech, this is a live project that I have created and it is using these particular tools, now then imagine the chances of getting hired. So that's why it's important that you use these particular tools in a realistic project, and once you use them, make sure that you're making project live. Now, if I talk about a career path in DevOps, so there are a lot of different domains available, a lot of job titles available for a DevOps engineer. For example, simple DevOps engineer could be there, platform engineer is also there, security engineer is there, site reliability. All these terminologies are related to the DevOps engineer. So when you actually complete your DevOps journey, when you actually learn DevOps properly, so there are chances, high chances of becoming a DevOps engineer. But other than DevOps engineer, there are other concepts of DevOps as well. So you might end up getting a job in any of the domain, and each of them is actually talking about DevOps only. For example, if I say quality analyst, it looks like I'm doing some quality check and all, but no, there are DevOps tools available to perform the quality checks and all. CI/CD, securities, automation engineer, platform engineer, they all require the DevOps engineer at the end. And these particular titles on naukri.com you can search. It's not mandatory that I'll be searching for a job of DevOps engineer. I might search for an automation engineer or a security engineer. I can search for any job that I want. So this is a basic career path in terms of DevOps. All right, now these are the top DevOps player in the market right now. So when I say DevOps player in the market, it means these are the companies that are actually using DevOps a lot, heavily. Okay, obviously Amazon, microservices, Microsoft, and Alibaba is one of the major player. Google is one of the major player. In fact, ZBI is itself doing a lot of projects, and that uses the DevOps a lot. So you might end up in any of the big tech company when you talk about learning DevOps, implementing the projects of the DevOps. So I hope I made my point clear till here. So as of now, any question, query, doubt, anything till now? Because after that, I'll be moving to a different concept. Do we have any question, queries, anything?
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravi Kantyagi. So we have some questions with us. So Gurpreet is asking, what are the most in demand technical and soft skills for aspiring DevOps professionals in 2025?
Sorry, ma'am, come again the question. The
Yes. What are the most in demand technical and soft skills for aspiring DevOps professionals in 2025?
Okay, so you are saying 2025, this is the year we are talking about, and I'm talking about the complete journey, not just 2025, think of 2029 as well. In 2025, these are the most popular tools that I mentioned here, that if you're not having these tools in your resume, that you might not getting you might not getting a particular job in the IT. First thing, I'm talking about in terms of technical tools. So one tool is obviously GitHub, another tool is obviously Terraform, Kubernetes, Docker, Jenkins, AWS. These are the most must-have tools. Must have. I'm not saying good to have. There is a good to have. Okay, I can do that or not. Must have is you should be having these tools in your resume. Simple. Other than that, if I talk about the soft skills and all, so obviously when you appear for any interview or something, you must be prepared with those skills as well. How you're going to explain your projects, how you're going to explain what you did with these particular tools. So at that point definitely it is required. And I'll say that we generally do these kind of sessions, like we also give the sessions on soft skills to the student, because we don't know from which background a particular student is coming, how efficient he is in terms of talking to the clients and to the customer. Why this particular round generally happen? They want to see if my candidate is able to talk to the client. That's why they need students should be prepared with the soft skills as well. So always there are two aspects, technical and the soft skills. Both are mandatory. We just have to understand in technical what are the must have tools right now, and down the line after 4 years. This could be another question, that after 4 years will they be in the demand? GitHub is the tool that is in demand from the last almost 15 years. I guess more than 15 years. Git is already there and there is no replacement of Git. There are some alternatives, but there is no replacement. GitHub is still number one. Everyone is using. Kubernetes still people are using and they'll be using it. Now the integration of AI is required. Whatever tool we are using, I'm using Jenkins, Maven, GitHub, whatever is written in front of me, they all tools are there and they all have some sort of AI integration with them now. This is the need of the hour, that I have to integrate little bit of AI with my tool so that I can automate and do some prediction. For example, I want to predict that tomorrow how much load will be there on my website. Can I predict this? Yes, I can predict this through the AI tools. But for that, I don't have to learn AI completely. I just have to be on my tool and try to integrate AI with my tool. This is the journey that we have to follow up now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravi Kant. I hope, Gurpreet, you got yourself our today's expert. So, Dilpreet is with us. Dilpreet is asking, how can networking, open source contributions, or personal projects help boost visibility and credibility when launching a DevOps career?
All right. So I think your question revolve around this networking concept, correct? Now, when we talk about the things like AWS, the cloud and all, obviously there are two things, not even networking. I'll say there are two base of any DevOps engineer. One is operating system and one is networking and security. Okay. These are the two pillars of a DevOps engineer. These are the two most basic things that a DevOps engineer should be learning. Now, accordingly, we have designed the curriculum that first you should be understanding about the operating system internally, how it works and all. Because at the end, what you're doing on cloud, creating instances, creating your own operating system. So for that, I need to have understanding on operating system first. And second thing is obviously my networking and security, because at the end, I have to make sure to my company, to my organization, that wherever we are deploying this, it's completely secure. What sort of IP addresses can actually hit the project, so hit my application and all. So definitely this is a basic structure that is required. One is operating system, one is networking and security, and that part generally is covered two times. One is with the AWS and other than is with the other tools, like how they use security. For example, there is one popular tool right now we are using in terms of AI and all. It is also there, GitHub Copilot. Just taking example, in GitHub Copilot I generally get a lot of question that what in terms of security it is doing. So these AI tools also consider that they don't use your code to train their own models. This is the answer I got. Now, similarly, I thought, okay, now if I'm using some other platform, AWS and all, and obviously I have to think of how my networking is going to behave. I have to connect with the VPCs, a lot of VPC will be there. So now, terminologies that are used inside AWS networking, not just in the AWS, in purely networking, I have to make sure that, okay, I'm familiar with these networking technical terms, not just networking, but the security as well. I
Thank you so
hope
much,
makes
Mr.
sense.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ravikant. Dilpreet, I hope you got your answer from our today's expert. So, someone is asking here, how do cloud platform like AWS, Azure, and GCP influence DevOps job opportunities, and which certifications hold the most weight in the current market? Very interesting.
Okay. So there are two questions. First one is the AWS, GCP, Microsoft Azure. So answer is simple. Without these platform, my application cannot be deployed. Simple. Whatever application you guys are using in today's time, whatever you're using, Facebook, you're using Instagram, YouTube, Netflix, Prime, where they actually store the data, it's all on cloud. Everything is processed through the cloud. Everything, they are not storing it somewhere in the local machine or something. So that's why cloud is must have thing for me. Either it could, number one is obviously AWS, number two Azure, number three Google Cloud Platform. Right now this is the ranking. But when it comes to AI, Microsoft becomes number one, AWS becomes number two. Okay, this is the market. But for a DevOps engineer, AWS is the number one choice. And without AWS, they can see all these things. All these things should be connected with AWS at the end. Then only my application could be deployed. Otherwise, my application cannot be deployed if I'm not having AWS setting up for my project. So this is why it is must have. It might depend company to company. They might be using AWS, they might be using GCP, they might be using Alibaba, they might be using Azure, something else. And if I talk about the certification, two main certifications that are most valuable. Number one, AWS associate or architect. These are the certificates available. Multiple certificates are there, but if you talk about the popularity for the cloud engineer, AWS holds number one. Number two, Azure. Number two on Azure actually offers a lot of different certifications, and they provide from fundamentals. DevOps fundamental is there, then there is associate level, and then there is an expert level in DevOps. Even in AI they don't have any expert level certification, but for DevOps they have expert level certification. Azure, even AWS is also having the expert architect level of certifications, associate level of certification, fundamental level of certifications. So definitely AWS holds the market number one in terms of cloud, and the certification value of AWS is globally acknowledged. If you are AWS certified, even you are Azure certified, value is going to be almost equal. But if someone asks me which should I opt right now, go for AWS. And if you want a choice, go with Azure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravi Kantyagi. I hope all the participants got the answer from our today's expert. If anyone have any questions regarding the admissions, they just write on us at admissions@lpu.co.in, and you can do WhatsApp chat with us. Our WhatsApp number is 985256900. I'm repeating the number. It's 985256900. And once again, thanks to our today's expert, Ms. Chavi Ralhan and Mr. Ravi Kantyagi. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding admission. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars until we meet again. With the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Ravi. Thank you for your time.